Hi, and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Shelley Whitehead. Thanks so much for joining us right here on Charter Channel 181, where you can see us 6 days a week. And the great thing is if you're busy enjoying this holiday season, you can always find us on the internet. We are on YouTube as well as Facebook, and Leanne does have us on her thethirdhandvideo.com webpage, and you can check us out there and find out what's going on with your community. It's always a great opportunity to join us right here on the Owatonna Today Show. We always have interesting information about your community, what's going on, and we're always looking for more information. So if you'd like to join us, you can always send us an email at owatonatoday@charter.net. You can also call Leanne Alt. She's at 390-5751, and she'll be glad to give you the information of how you can be on the Owatonna Today Show and share with us what's going on in your life. Like today, we're so excited. We're going to be talking with United Way, get their update. It's just a brand new future for them, so you're going to want to join in for that. Also, it's the Owatonna Foundation and some year-end giving opportunities for you. So stick with us. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
If clothing catches fire, stop, drop, and roll. If your clothes catch on fire, do not panic and run. This only fans the fire. Stop where you are, drop to the ground, and roll over and over to smother the flames. Cover your face with your hands to protect your eyes and your throat and lungs from the burns. This has been a safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Hi, my name is Dave Olson and I'm with R&K Electric, where we provide power to the people. We're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. In studio, I do have with us Annette Frank, Deb Buck, and Dan McIntosh. Hello.
Hi.
Happy holidays to each of you.
And to you as well.
I always love to start with a quick introduction so that our viewing audience knows why they should listen to you. So we'll go ahead and start with you, Annette.
My name is Annette Frank, and I am currently serving as the board president of the United Way of Steele County.
Thank you.
And I'm Deb Buck. I'm from Jostens, and we were the corporate campaign leaders last year.
Good, thank you.
I'm Dan McIntosh, and I am currently the vice president, and at the start of the year I will be the United Way president.
Good. Well, Dan, we'll start with you a little bit.
Sure.
This is kind of a big changeover time for our Owatonna Steele County United Way, because you are becoming in as the new president. And have you been president of anything before?
I have. That's probably the least significant part of it. But we have.
I mean, do they have to call you, Mr. President now?
No, I don't. I don't require any titles or anything like that.
Yeah.
We do have a new director. We will have a new director starting, which is very exciting. Evelina Giobi has been our director and done an outstanding job for many years. But she's retiring, and well-deserved, so we'll have someone new as our director. And really the most important part is we'll continue to implement our strategic plan, which looks at addressing income disparities, looking at education and health as well. And so we'll have different projects in the community that address those areas. And it's different than our traditional work, which was to fund programs by other agencies. We're trying to be kind of a community collaborator, community convener, and get people together around certain issues. And these are not all things that are moving mountains either. One example is our Boots to Work program, partnership with Owatonna Shoe and Tom Brick. And what we found in getting the community together and seeing what are some of the employment barriers was affording good quality steel-toe boots at some of our employers. And if that's a barrier to someone now on an income sliding scale, they can access high quality boots through Owatonna Shoe and get to work. So it's simple things like that, but it comes out of listening to the community and what's going on out there that United Way can address.
It makes so much sense to me that United Way is kind of wheelhousing this entire project, because you have for so long worked with so many different organizations.
Yes.
And so to be able to kind of, and so bringing them together in that sense, you've done for a long time, but now you're kind of giving them all kind of like the same vision.
Sure.
Yeah.
And we will continue to do that work of raising money and funding programs through our agencies, evaluating our giving so we know that we're getting good value for the money that the community gives us.
Right.
So yeah, it's a good tie-in with our traditional work, but we just knew that there was more that we could do in the community outside of our traditional work, and kind of looking broadly at what those things are.
And I'm imagining that you're going to continue to delve into this survey that you brought together for the Rainbow
Right, the community needs
yeah,
assessment.
yeah, the assessment.
That really is driving our strategic vision, and I know it's being used at organizations like Owatonna Hospital too. People are taking notice of what type of information we gathered, and we want to stay current on that type of information too, so into the future, we're continuing to meet the emerging needs.
Yeah. You talked a little bit about the fundraising that United Way does, and this is always a big time. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit, Deb, about last year you had the opportunity as a part of Jostens to run the campaign. And we didn't get a chance, I think, to follow up. And I wanted to find out for you, what was that like? Because it was a big deal. It's a big endeavor. So tell me a little bit about your initial planning and kind of if it was what you thought it might be.
Sure. Well, when Annette approached us, we thought, wow, this is going to be a lot of work, but it's something that we really wanted to do. And we had a great team. There were 6 of us, and we just sat down and started saying, how do we want to do this? How do we want to get out in the community? How do we want to get the message out about United Way? And it's all about giving, volunteering, and advocating. And we went to a lot of events. We met wonderful people. So my takeaway was we got a lot more out of it than we ever put into it. And there's such a need out there. And I think as a result of being the corporate campaign leader, our employees are much more in tune to United Way, what it's all about, and how the monies are used to help people that are really in need. So it was a wonderful experience.
This might be a hard question for you to answer, but do you think that there's been an uptick in some of your employees actually volunteering or becoming a part of some of these organizations that they maybe didn't know about before?
Yes, I honestly believe that there has been. And we say yes, money is important to give, but there's many other ways to volunteer, advocate, and I feel that our employees are much more in tune to that now.
Yeah, I think sometimes, especially in the social media age, we get clips of what one person's perception of what an organization might be. Do you feel like having been a part of this partnership, it really has opened you up to what United Way really is instead of maybe a pigeonhole that somebody else might have tried to put them in?
Well, I know for me personally, I always believed in United Way. I was involved, but I don't think I understood the depth and the magnitude of what United Way does, as well as the need out there. So it was a big learning experience for me also, and I'm that much more appreciative for a strong United Way partnership within the community because of that.
Well, and we have this new initiative in. Because that was a little different. The year you did it, there wasn't the initiative, and now this year there has been, and I'm sure you're a part of the United Way program, and they're fundraising this year because I would imagine once you were a big part of it, you can't not be a part of it again. How excited are you to see this new initiative, and do you kind of have an affinity for any certain part of it?
Well, I was excited to see the partnering going on because I think that's really important. Health, education, all of that is critical. Education is maybe a little more important for me just because of the business, that Jostens is in, dealing with, students and teenagers and that type of thing. But it's all important, and it all has to be balanced to have an effective community.
It sounds like we have a good start with that, with the strategic plan. And
I believe so.
Yeah. And now I want to talk to you a little bit, because how long have you been president of the United Way?
2 years.
2 years. Is it a 2-year term, and then they move on to the next one? How's this been for you? Because it seems like quite a bit of change for you these past 2 years.
Absolutely. Well, and when I came on, we knew where we were going. It's just how are we going to initiate it? So lots of change since I've taken on. And it's really a 4-year term because you're 2 years as vice president, and then you take your 2 years as president.
Okay.
And, so it's just been really exciting to see us transition from, just giving out grants to actually creating transformational change within the community. So excited to be a part of the whole process and getting it going, and it's just been great.
Do you see a revitalization maybe in the United Way itself as an organization because of this new focus?
I do. I mean, you get to a point where it's kind of like status quo, right? And not that we ever wanted to be at that point, but I think we were kind of getting to that point. And then when, through Evelina's direction, decided, what, we need to do something different because what we're doing isn't just quite enough yet. It really revitalized mobilized everybody on the board. We were excited, and not just on the board, but the entire community, because this gave us an opportunity to go out to the community again, not just to ask for a donation,
Right.
but to say, hey, your input is really important to us, and we need it in order to be able to make these lasting changes within our community. So again, just another opportunity to partner, to work with the relationships that we already had and grow them even stronger.
Yeah.
It's just overall a wonderful process.
I think that's great what you just said. Oftentimes United Way is seen as asking, because if you don't need the services, you really don't know what they do, like as Deb was saying. So to be able to go out in the community and say, we still need your input,
Exactly.
and I love the fact that you went to every type of person in the community
Exactly.
to kind of get feedback on what they saw, because I think without that feedback, it would have been an incomplete type of plan.
Well, and we all make assumptions. We all think we know where the gaps are. We think we know where we can fix it. But when we went into the community, we heard things that we're like, whoa, we didn't think about that. Like the boots. How simple is that, right? But we got that from the community. We wouldn't have really addressed something that simple because we're thinking complex. Everything's got to be complex, but it's not. And so that was a great opportunity for us to make some small changes that make a big difference.
I want to make sure people do understand that while the United Way is starting a kind of a new focus, they still are going to continue funding and servicing these organizations in the same level that they always have.
Absolutely. And that's important because the services that are provided by our fabulous agencies are what keep people going. When they have a downtime and they need some additional assistance, that's the safety net, and we need to have that safety net. The strategic plan is up and beyond that. Here's the safety net for now, but what can we do to help transition them out of that so that they can continue without it going forward?
Right.
So,
And it was thanks to the Otto Bremer Foundation and their wonderful grant.
Absolutely.
But in order to keep this going, we need people to step up.
Absolutely, absolutely. And this, again, is our campaign season, and this is for our safety net. This is not for the strategic plan because our strategic plan is funded by grants. And so right now, I believe last figure I got, we're about 70% of our goal. We usually like to be a little bit closer right now. So that's about 200,000 short of our goal. Again, and that's for our safety net programs that, the food shelf, different programs within the community that we do need to fund in order to help people make it from day to day. So we are definitely looking for additional donations to close out the year, and that way we can continue to fund those programs as we have in the past.
I know, as Deb was talking about with the corporate funding, so a lot of corporations have already brought in their donations.
Yes.
So this would be, how would they do that now? Maybe since the work isn't collecting them anymore, how can people be a part of the United Way?
A number of different ways. They can go online and donate there. They can stop by the office. They can give us a call, and we'll send them out some literature that they can send it in the mail. Whatever's convenient for them, we want to make it as easy as possible for them to give.
But I would encourage them to actually come in the office, because that's a
Absolutely.
great way to start talking to people there and kind of
Exactly.
finding a little bit more, just like Deb had the opportunity to do it maybe on a direct level with working with someone.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for your time. I do appreciate you coming in, and I do appreciate all the work that you've given to the United Way, making this a better community. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Shelley.
We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Stan Groff, Director of Steele County Public Health and a member of the United Way Community Leadership Team. United Way focuses on the building blocks of life: education, income, and health. Our programs and initiatives prepare children from birth for academic success, well-paying jobs, and a healthy lifestyle. That's why I joined Mayo Clinic Health System and the Owatonna School District to lead this year's campaign. We invite you to invest in our community by giving to the United Way.
Hi, my name is Dave Efforts with TPS Insurance. We're here to handle all your insurance needs. We are a very proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
I didn't just want another job, I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
I was new to town and I didn't know where to turn for a job, so I decided to express myself.
I decided to express myself, and they helped find the right career for me.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Hi, this is Doug Johnson at the Owatonna Business Incubator, a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show. We'd like to welcome you to the incubator. If you're a small business, whether you're existing or a startup, we can help you with office space, manufacturing or warehouse, and free confidential counseling.
Hi, my name is Ryan Gillespie with Bremer Bank Mortgage. By trusting your home loan needs to Bremer Bank, you are guaranteed a personalized, straightforward, and honest experience from application to closing. We look forward to guiding you through your next home purchase or refinance.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. We're sitting here gossiping. Who's it going to be? We want to know who's going to be the director of United Way. We want to encourage you to watch this show because by next month we'll know. And we'll hopefully have that person on the air. But enough of that. It's time to talk to Susie Meneguzzo.
Correct.
Did I do it right?
You do very well, yes.
Hi, Susie.
Hi, nice to see you.
It's good to meet you as well.
Yes.
It's the first time. Introduce yourself for us.
I am Susie Meneguzzo. I'm the Executive Secretary of the Owatonna Foundation, and I've just completed my first year in October of being in that role, so I'm excited to be a part of the organization.
Yeah, let's talk about the Owatonna Foundation.
Absolutely.
I take it that they're building foundations all around Owatonna, people to build houses on.
Almost. Almost. Well, and you know, it's a bit of a good visual, actually. The Owatonna Foundation started 57 years ago now, or 56 years, I guess. And really what it's about is collecting the resources from our community and distributing it for projects that are of benefit to the community. It's kind of nice, actually, to follow the United Way because it's we have an opportunity to highlight the philanthropy that's very obvious in this community, all the giving that people do, lots of people doing lots of great things. And the United Way talked a lot about their social programs and how they're helping people with jobs and basic needs. The Owatonna Foundation has really focused in on capital needs in our community. And so if you think about the things that you love about Owatonna, the parks, the trails, some of the Central Parks bandstand, things like that. Those are projects that the Owatonna Foundation has been a part of. We've really focused in on capital projects, or bricks and mortar, as we like.
That's what I say. Capital meaning more of a tangible thing that you can see.
Yeah, build it. Yeah, exactly. We've helped with things like the addition to the Owatonna Public Library, CODA, some of the building when they added the walkway between CODA and the hospital, Hospitality House, the Homestead Hospice House. Those are the kinds of tangible community-based projects that the Owatonna Foundation is interested in funding.
Why did they start this? What did they see as a need that they decided they needed to try and help fulfill?
I think that when the Owatonna Foundation was started all those years ago, almost 60 years ago now, the folks that got together really did look to the future of this community and really wanted to leave an impact that could be felt many years later. And I think that's that capital piece and that long-term a piece of what the Owatonna Foundation wanted to accomplish. One of the very first projects that the Owatonna Foundation was a part of was the Kaplan Woods Trail. There was a donation made through the Owatonna Foundation, and I can't imagine my community without that whole system of trails. So.
Yeah. So it has an amazing history.
Indeed.
But
indeed.
looking to the future.
Yes, absolutely. Well, and I just want to highlight 2014. 2014 was a wonderful year for the Owatonna Foundation. We have celebrated now our first full year in our current location in downtown Owatonna.
Helping keep it vibrant.
Absolutely, yes, and a beautiful location right across from that beautiful bandstand in Central Park. But the first time in our almost 60 years of history that we've had a central office location. So that's exciting for us, and it is important that we be in downtown. We do support the downtown, and we want to make sure that, as you say, it remains vibrant. My first year as a full-time, not a full-time, but my first full year as a staff member, we've obviously had folks who've done lots and lots of work with the foundation in the past, but this is kind of the first staff position. And then we also enjoyed this year, we really are hitting some great numbers in terms of the number of individuals and businesses that are participating with the Owatonna Foundation. Last year, we had about 450 individuals and businesses that donated to the foundation, and now this year we're going to top that.
Oh, good.
And so that's pretty exciting. Really, it is about lots of people who love this community coming together to do good things.
Well, and seeing the positive impact that the foundation has had and wanting to be a part of a legacy.
Absolutely.
In a way of keeping some beautiful beautiful landmarks and creating new old ones like the
Right.
bandstand.
right. New old ones, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So 2014 has been a kind of a brand new
it's been a
year and an
wonderful
exciting
year,
year
absolutely,
for you. Having been in the office, do you have people walking into the foundation just for a little bit more information?
From time to time, yes.
Yeah.
And one of the joys that I have about the space downtown, besides the fact that it's such a lovely location, is we have pictures of many of our projects on the walls. And so when I do have visitors into the office, it's a really great opportunity to just look around at those pictures of, the Kaplan Woods Trail, the Darts Park grandstand, the Central Park, the River Springs, the Four Seasons building, and people say, well, I didn't know you were a part of all of that. So that is really very rewarding indeed.
Good. So again, let's look to the future.
Absolutely.
So we got some exciting. Is that how the foundation works? Is they have projects that they look at? They kind of have to. You can't just come in at the last minute to help build a bandstand.
No.
You kind of need to be in a planning process.
Yeah, not ideally. We would rather you think ahead. The Owatonna Foundation has 2 grant round opportunities in May and in October, May 1st, October 1st. And so as people are developing their projects, they are more than welcome to give me a call. We'll talk about how to put that together. The Owatonna Foundation grant application process is not particularly difficult. If you look at the whole kind of environment of grant writing, it's meant to be pretty straightforward. I'm happy to help, as I've said. So folks, as you're developing those projects, please come on in and let's figure out how I can help you with that.
So thinking about a project that is for the community, something that is bricks and mortar or tree and wood.
Right, tree and wood.
It doesn't have to be brick and mortar,
Right,
but again,
right.
just that concept of making Owatonna a friendlier, more accessible place.
Right, exactly. And I would just like to again thank all of those donors that have helped us in this last year and throughout our history, and invite others to join us as well.
Yeah, and that's what I want to take the next opportunity to talk about a little bit is you are looking for people to help fund.
Absolutely.
And again, this is an opportunity to give towards grants that people can apply for.
Really an opportunity to help build the future of your community, really to do that piece. And I really, I think about it, this season of giving is perhaps it's a gift for somebody in your life. We all have that person who really doesn't need more stuff. So if they're a lover of Owatonna and their community, you really have an opportunity to give a gift in their name as an honorarium for those folks. So that's always a nice idea. Or of course, we always welcome donations in your own name as well. And really, I hope nobody ever feels like, oh, my small little amount isn't, every little bit helps.
It grows together.
It grows together, absolutely. It's all of us working together to build this community.
And I would think that the Owatonna Foundation would be one of the, I don't know, it just seems really a no-brainer that it would be an organization that you might want to consider putting in your will, actually.
Absolutely. We always have an opportunity for legacy gifts or bequests, as they're called, to remember the foundation. It's a wonderful way to support our work. It is a wonderful way to support your community.
Even after you're gone.
Even after you're gone. And it really is, it's been very meaningful for this foundation and for this community and to have those kind of gifts come in.
Do we know what kind of projects might be for 2015?
I'm not entirely sure for 2015. I can tell you that most recently our projects have included the Owatonna Soccer Complex. We put in a new scoreboard there, which is exciting for the soccer folks, and then for most folks who like to watch soccer. We helped Hospitality House with some of their capital needs. A Hospitality House is a homeless shelter here in Owatonna for men. And then we also help Little Theater with some of their capital expenses as well. So if you're going to go see the Lowe's coming up next week, then you get an opportunity. Yeah, absolutely. You get an opportunity to see those as well.
So. Yeah, exactly. Well, I think that's what's important is, again, everywhere you go, it feels like the Owatonna Foundation has had their fingerprint on it somehow.
I would agree. As I got into my role last year, it was really one of the experiences that I had. I enjoy that thing that has been supported by the foundation, and so really feel a lot of gratitude to the folks that I work with, as well as the people who 60 years ago got together and thought this was a good idea.
Is there a way if somebody wants to be a part of a project that they know is coming up, is there a way for them to specifically give to that project through the foundation?
We can talk to donors about designating their funds, and I would just ask that folks contact the foundation directly. They can do that by contacting me at 507-455-2995 or reaching out to our webpage at owatonnafoundation.org.
Yeah, and that's where you'd want to ask any kind of question.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a little bit more of a complicated subject, and obviously we want to respect both our donors and then do what's best for the community as well. So it's a little more of a discussion.
Right, so you can't say, well, I want to build a table in the middle of Central Park, and so I want to give money for that.
You certainly can do that, and I may or may not do that through the foundation. Right?
Yeah, build your own table. It'll be gone by Thursday, but that's okay. Good. I want to thank you for your time. And is there anything else you'd like to talk about the foundation?
No, again, really just thank all of the incredible donors that have made this community a great place to live, and invite everyone else to join us.
And if they'd like to be a part of it, again, give those details on how they can be a part
Contact us at 507-455-2995 or look at our website at owatonnafoundation.org. You can both get information about mailing and donation, or of course you could also pay online.
Yeah, and then of course the tax deductible, so it's a great
gifts
opportunity.
To the Owatonna Foundation.
And if they want to just stop in and see some of those amazing pictures you were talking about.
Come on down. I'm in the office Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 9 to 1. Come on down.
Come on to check that out and see the new facility. And
absolutely.
Shop around Owatonna
for
the Christmas holiday.
Absolutely.
There's some great opportunities. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. It's been great to be here.
We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Hi, Warren Abraham, Abraham Consulting Technologies, your one-stop technology shop. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress.
Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you.
Owatonna Public Utilities.
And it's time for a quick look at your community service announcements. The Steele County Toys for Tots has their local toy drive, and you can give a toy to many of the 60 participating businesses. They are going to be picking those up Tuesday, December 16th, so you want to make sure you get your toy in there. And if you've got a young person in your life, I really do encourage you to go pick up a toy and have them put it in the box so they'll understand the season of giving and what that really means. Friday, December 12th from 9 to 4, it's a certified MNsure navigator will be on site to take scheduled and walk-in appointments at the Steele County Human Services. If you'd like to schedule an appointment, you can contact Denise, or contact Tara, that is, at 507-289-5960. I'm going to say that again. 507-289-5960, extension 102. And they can make an appointment for you, but if you do just want to walk in, you are welcome. They will be taken on a first come, first serve basis. There are going to be opportunities to talk about your Social Security, immigrant documents, details of household income, all these things. Just talk about this MNsure, what's coming up with that. So if you're thinking about getting a new insurance coverage, you might want to check this out and talk to an expert. They'll help you walk through that. Steele County Humane Society has their Merry Market at the Owatonna Eagles December 13th from 9 to 2. There's going to be an area for making cards and letters for Santa to take to the North Pole. He will be there from 9 to 12, and you can take your picture or have them photographed. A photographer take one with you. Bring your pet in. That'll be a great opportunity because, pets need Santa too. So check that out. It'll be an opportunity again, December 13th from 9 to 2. And Stories of the Holidays is the theme for the Owatonna Art Center annual holiday display. The exhibition opens Sunday, December 7th. That's this last Sunday. And you can talk to Santa coming up on the 13th because there's going to be Cocoa with Santa. And it's from 10 to 11:30. And you can talk to Santa, also listen to Mrs. Claus as she plays the piano. It's a great opportunity for a photo with a man of the season. So make sure you check that out coming up at the Owatonna Art Center. Thanks so much for joining us right here on the Owatonna Today Show. We'll be back on Wednesday when we're going to have a conversation with Cindy Stelter from Central Park Framing and Fines and Tim Yotzi from Batteries and Bulbs. We'll see you then.